Thank you for sticking around. As you can see, I already packed up my bookshelves. So these are my empty shelves because, as I said in my last video, I'm going through a really rough time right now. I'm in the process of moving out and into a friend's spare bedroom slash storage unit. So I currently don't have a lot here. I also haven't been reading that much since everything started happening. So I have quite a small wrap up for you today. I am still ahead on my Goodreads goal. I checked it today. I think I'm at 38 out of 60 books. So I'm still 18 books ahead of schedule. So let's get started with the books that I read this month. The first book that I read was Tucked Everlasting by Natalie Babbitt. I read this in preparation for going to see the musical on Broadway. I saw that with my mother. Next, I'm not absolutely sure what order I read these in. I just have them in a pile because I had to take them off of my shelf. So the next one I'm going to talk about is A Walk to Remember by Nicholas Sparks. This is the third book that Nicholas Sparks wrote. It is the story of these two teenagers in North Carolina, obviously, in high school. One of them is the priest's daughter, who nobody really talks to or pays attention to, and just this boy. And the boy ends up paying some more attention to her, and then they get really close and stuff from there. And in true Nicholas Sparks fashion, he had to ruin everything, and I almost cried. One of the first books to almost make me cry in a long time. It is just a really heartfelt story, and I really enjoyed it. And after that, I finally finished The Book Thief by Marcus Zusak. I was suggested this by my friend Ashley, who I work with. She said it was just this amazing book, and it really is a great book. It's about Liesel, who is sent to live with a foster family during the Holocaust. Like, this entire thing takes place in Germany during the Holocaust, and it's just a heart-wrenching story, and it's so sad, but it's so unique because this one is told through Death's perspective, which I'm sure everyone says this about this book, but that made this book so much better. Like, it just, well, not better, but it just made this book so interesting. And it just gave this new light to the characters, and it just gave this new light to the story that you don't get very often. After that, I read The Book with No Pictures. This is hilarious. I got this because I literally read it in the bookstore while I was standing there waiting for my mom to look at something. But it is so funny. It's just a really entertaining talk. There's no purpose to this book. It's just funny words and funny sentences, and it's just hysterical. After that, I read Volume 1 of The Wicked and the Divine. This is about the 12 gods, and every 90 years they return as young people, and then in 2 years they're dead again. It was interesting. The art. It's definitely a nice art style. Like, it's not really fancy or anything. It's just very simple. Like, not simple, but it's almost realistic, cartoonish kind of thing. And the story is good, and it was just a fun read. So those are the 5 books that I finished this month. Still reading the Bible. It's going to take me forever. I am currently listening to Eat, Pray, Love on audiobook. I am taking a break right now, but that's because music has just been my thing right now. It's just been helping me out a lot, and I haven't been listening to this. I'm about 2/3 of the way through because I'm on the 3rd section. I'm on book 3, so I'm not very far from the end, but I also have like 5 discs left. So I just haven't been listening to it. I will eventually start listening to it again. I will probably play it when I'm on my way to Pennsylvania. I am currently reading A Treasury of Virginia Tales. This is a bunch of short stories about actual things that happened in Virginia and with people from Virginia. They're really interesting, and they are so cool. I don't know where I put it, but I'm still reading The Catcher in the Rye. Eventually I'll finish that. I also started The Miserable Mill by Lemony Snicket. This is the 4th book in the series of Unfortunate Events, which I am currently trying to read all of this year. The last book that I am reading is Me Before You by Jojo Moyes. I don't know where it's hiding. I haven't read very much of it. I just got started a little while ago because I want to read it before I see the movie. I'm also going to include in here my TBR for my trip to Pennsylvania because I'm visiting my friend and she'll still be in school / working all the time. So I need to have something to entertain myself. So to start off, I'm going to read The Silmarillion by J.R.R. Tolkien. I have read this once before. I think reading it in this format will be a little bit easier because it is smaller. I also have my nice new One Ring bookmark, which I like a lot. So I'm hoping to start and finish this during the course of that week. I also want to read Children of the Northern Springs by Persia Woolley. This is an Arthurian retelling. This is from the point of view of Guinevere. It is book 1 in a trilogy. My friend got this for me, the one I'm going to see, got this for me for my birthday a couple years back. So I'm going to read it while I'm there because why not? The last book that I want to read is The Physic Book of Deliverance Dane by Catherine Howe. I'm also reading this because of my friend Emily, who I'm going to visit, because she was reading this book in high school and I asked her if I could borrow it and she let me borrow it and I read it and I loved it, and I want to reread it for my rereads thing this year. So I'm going to take this book with me and reread it while I am there. So those are all of the books that I read in the month of April, all the books that I'm currently reading, my TBR for my trip. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you can check out my next video. Have a great day and a wonderful week. Bye.